everyone just respecting each other's territory for the time being. But, you know, I'm just looking at the entirety of what they are planning here. I'm looking at a lot of early game aggression coming from the side of Evos Legends as compared to the previous round that we saw. Like, the previous round was like, okay, let's get this Cloud fed and like maybe, you know, somewhere mid-game, we can maybe go for pickoffs in between. And, of course, one will come in as a security. But this time around, it looks really different.
Yeah, but still, anyway, REKT is still going to be playing on the side of the Cho here, and I believe he's still going to be playing his role as to locking down that FEEKS as the lane. And the thing is, he doesn't really need to worry too much about the rest of the team here, because each of the members here literally can fight for themselves here. Even though if the lane choose to go onto anyone, each of the teammates is able to back themselves up, or even if they don't even need the backup, they can still hold their own in that 1v1 situation.
Exactly. And of course, I'm looking at Veki here, bringing up a brand new hero on board. You know, Loyi's been the talk of the town as well. So, how do you think it's going to fare with this sort of matchup? As well, you know, while we're having this pause, definitely you can discuss on that for a little bit.
Okay, the thing is, it's the difference between the difference between the previous match and now is that the fact that now at least they have a guaranteed initiator. They have the Kufra, really great range as well, allowed to set things up for the rest of the team here. Because in most of the fights, compared from the previous round, was that even though Geek Fam came with a lineup with a drafting which they want to actually try to fight as much as possible, but the Bucks here wasn't really a guaranteed initiator. He's more like the kind of guy where he actually follows up after the initiation, not really a guaranteed initiator compared to the previous drafting, which was the Kufra and the Uranus. But this time it's different. Now Geek Fam has a strong initiator. They have the Kufra. Not only that, he has a bouncy ball that actually literally deny a lot of the dash skill coming from the side of Esmeralda and Lunox. And even the Cho, the Shrimpo can also be denied as long as the bouncing ball is still in play a lot.
Yeah. Of course, now we're going to be going back into this action as we're looking at our first blood going in favor of the side of Geek Fam to turn things around. FEEKS, of course, getting the upper hand here, is having a better run as sparks are going to fly as he is already moving across the map. Much better as compared to game number 1 that we saw. But ZEYS now getting caught in the rock in a hard place. Now, you talk about, you know, Grok. Back then, it was extremely popular. It was priority ban or pick for most of these teams. But these days, of course, not as hot as some of all the other picks that's definitely on the table.
Yep.
And judging from the meta, you know, with such a big hitbox, sometimes, you know, it's... You just can't do too much. But here comes the Tempest, though. He dives over the side of PENDRAGON as we look at RUMPEL here, trying to actually secure the kill. But instead, he meets WANN coming from the back end. ZEYS is just going to be putting up a wall as RUMPEL will be able to walk away scot-free.
By the way, literally great reaction timing as well. Like his teammate literally gave the side of Evos Legend, the teammate from the mid lane actually gave the information like, hey, lane has been missing for quite a while. Last scene was actually going towards bot lane. Be prepared for a gang that actually might be more than 2 men. Because literally, if you expected only a 2-man gang, you would still be under that tower. But he expected there's going to be a Kufra or a 3rd man coming in, still ran all the way back and won just to ensure that his teammate will get out alive. Actually ran face to face with that Kufra to try to hold him down as long as possible. But anyway, RTZ gotta be a little careful, go, because as you know, Export, the lower he is, the more damage he does. But Lunox just has a little bit more damage, a little bit more RTZ can handle, and he will fall here, making the score currently to 1-1 in this 3 minutes game.
Yeah, ARTZ definitely felt the blow right there. Firaga Amma could not even hold him for that long. But we're looking at ZORN once again. It's going to be beefier as he's playing the box set this time around instead of RUMPEL. But, yep, a little bit of emote saying hi towards ZEYS. The usual. I guess, you know, when it comes to cross nations, they just got to get used to ZORN for a little bit because he does this all the time.
Yeah. Oh man, by the way, Rumpel's gonna be Zona, but it's still gonna be right into the mix here. PENDRAGON right in the middle of everything, but here comes the Tempest coming from the lane here, and FEEKS will be able to slay the Esmeralda. That's gonna be the end of PENDRAGON, but the Grok, on the other hand, coming in with the wall charge, will be able to initiate and also try to get the nice trade-off on the ZORN. Now 4v4, the turtle is out, and they want to see if they really try to contest for this, but it might not be quite favorable for Evos Legends because they don't really have the ultimates to go for it, especially since Grok is literally out of commission.
Yeah, like, of course, we do have another pause coming in the way, but we do apologize for that. But, you know, back towards what we saw back in bottom lane, great sort of the response coming in from both teams, but even when we saw, of course, ZEYS going in with the wall charge to the wall, it's actually not, I don't think it's an accident. It's like, okay, I'm going to make a 200 IQ play, hoping that Rumpel will hop right in through the walls, and then like maybe he just stops it right there.
Dude,
but
that was amazing.
yeah, well, of course, Rumpel had other plans.
Yeah.
so it didn't really end up hitting. But you know, look at how things are going so far for Game Number 2. Things are looking way better for Geek Fam in the initiation of stages where they managed to actually get FEEKS here with his very first kill, and that is actually so vital because he gets to hit that level 4 first.
Yep.
And we've already seen 2 Tempests being carried out in that short span of time.
Yeah, but sadly the first Tempest was not able to come through because the reaction was a little bit too good, and also some of the members of Geek Fam wasn't really in the most appropriate position yet. But it's a little bit different with the Sacrifice. Sacrifice, they were a little bit more aware, they had their ultimates, and the best part about it, their Baxia kept majority 2 members of Evos Legends in that river for as long as possible, and that literally bought Link the time to find the position he wanted, initiate a beautiful timing with that Tempest, literally locking him out and not allowing him to actually get out of that situation, earning him that kill he was looking for. And the thing is but still, the reaction coming from Evos Legends was just too good as well. Everything, there's always a couple of trades, or like you say in the previous game, a lot of brawls, a lot of fights happening all over the place here. But I think Geek Fam, what they're actually trying to hope for with all this rotation, with FEEKS going with the rotation timing with the Link, he was actually trying to not go for trade-offs, he was actually more looking for securing kills. That way it allows the other lanes to actually get a straight boost in EXP and also in levels.
Yes, indeed. Of course, we are sorry for keeping you waiting for quite some time.
Terrible sorry.
Hey, we're coming back in already as we are looking at a turtle dance in between Geek Fam as well as Evos Legends. Now, of course, they're trying to actually pull this and steer away from danger, looking from inside of the Tigers, of course. As now, we're looking at Rumpel going in for a beautiful stun, but where's the follow? They could not catch one, but the turtle will still go in favor of the side of Geek Fam. So we do see pretty much a balance, but oh my, REKT with beautiful way of Dragon will be able to actually catch over the ZORN as he will fall, but FEEKS, he wants even more out of it as he sees ZEYS. It's like, okay, it's a grok. We're gonna back away.
Alright, now I'm just gonna break it down a little bit. I was actually shocked because now, like I said, the Kufra pick makes things a little bit more easier for Geek Fam to initiate towards a fight there, and that literally Rumpel diving in literally forced PENDRAGON to fall back because PENDRAGON took too much damage. He had to fall back, making it to a 4v5. But REKT, my god, REKT just coming from the top lane.
So well.
Dude, casually just coming down, comes in with a shroom ball and kicked him all the way back into the tower, into the rest of the member there, allowing to nail down one of the members of Geek Fam. That literally forced the back up. By the way, nice wall. That's literally going to let ZORN be denied. But the thing is, ZEYS and PENDRAGON are not going to be too aggressive about it because they know they don't have enough damage to take down this tanker. Because remember, ZORN is still a tanker. He's not a very squishy core. He's quite tanky as it is.
Yes, indeed. And now he's looking to just perhaps hit over the side of PENDRAGON. He knows that there's not going to be much damage, so, you know, a little bit of communication definitely goes a long way. PENDRAGON, of course, finishing up some items right across, while FEEKS did spot him out though, so he already knows the movement of Evos Legends. They're going to be sending 3 members over to the side of mid lane, while the expert has been having a little bit of issues by himself. ARTZ, of course, getting taken down once, but he has been playing relatively passive right after what happened in the rumor.
Oh my god, anyway, PENDRAGON is going to be trying to go a nice combat between 1v1 between ZORN, but it's going to be ultimately right into the mix of Din as she try her best to try to defend this 1-tier tower, but she gets a little bit down low, but the rest of the teammate of Evos Legends here to reinforce. Tempest will be dropped down, but FEEKS has to fall back because things are getting a little bit too spicy for him. ZORN so low though, he has to fall back. My god, dude.
Yeah, that's definitely quick reactions coming from both ZORN as well as FEEKS. And we're looking at Rumpel here, still trying to actually hold over on the members of Evos Legends, but he's being caught in between. He has to flicker away. There's no way for him to escape, but ARTZ definitely has to fall back as well. Fiora armor has already been popped, but oh my, all the way at the back, we are looking at some of all these members melting off as REXXY has been taken down already. So far, FEEKS doing relatively well. 3 kills already in the back as, well, technically all the kills are being followed towards the side of FEEKS himself.
Yeah, and also on the side here, we also noticed that RTZ finally cast that Immortal item, so that's going to be keeping him alive and an extra life into this game. But anyway, we're going to be seeing on the side here, PENDRAGON trying to escape into the situation, but FEEKS on the lane just so quick will earn himself with a mega kill as he's going to be looking for even more. ZEYS gets caught up with the bouncy wall, will have to commit that wall charge to get out of that situation, and when that happens, literally, that denies them the potential to get this turtle because they lost one of their team fight potentials here.
Yeah, and speaking of that, that's going to be another turtle being lost there coming from the side of Evos Legends. But hey, they do have even more map security in that sort of sense where the top side, they do have quite a space for them to actually move upon. So it's definitely going to be pretty much an open ground for Evos Legends to maneuver around.
Yeah, still going to be trying to see a couple of trades going on towards this mid lane. And I just look where is REKT currently on the minimap. He's always split pushing. He knows when to come to the fight. He knows when the fight gets a little bit more messy. And literally after doing his objective, which is literally split pushing the lane, he's still hanging around, but not directly in the lane. He's directly inside the enemy jungle because he wants to give as much information. Where's the carry? Where are they farming? Where are the rest of the members? And instantly going to be fine. RTZ here going to be doing a couple of damage, and we'll bring him down low. And a couple. That's the M1.
That's the flex that we're talking about. Not those emotes like the cheap ones, but hey, you're messing with the champions of M1. They're gonna show you what's gold right in front of your face.
Oh my god.
Now we're talking, boy.
Yeah.
I wish Gideon was watching this match because, you know.
Oh, he's watching it for sure.
Oh, yeah. Like, he loves all this beef, but here comes REKT, though. He's kind of overextending, but he's got the backup of ZEYS, and he's like, I'm just going to be casually walking up to the tower. Not going to be doing all too much, but over the bottom side, though, look at what Geek Fam is up to.
Still. The thing is about this is like he gave so much information on the top side. I said, like, you know, I spot 3 members here. Try to contest towards that tier 2 tower or try to get that jungle. PENDRAGON gets a little bit zoned out away from the tower. They're not able to have the defense, and Sally RUMPEL will get the kill for himself. But ZEYS here to reinforce, gets the wall shot, but Sally was not able to connect. RUMPEL will be the bouncy wall, will try to fall away. But Cho on the other side, REKT will be wrecking Veki here. And now the Lord is going to be coming out as well. And this is the perfect opportunity. RUMPEL will fall down towards the carry. And now with 2 members out of the picture here, this Lord will be free for the taking unless Geek Fam tries to make a play to steal that Lord away.
Now we're looking at XORN being squished in between. And it will be ARTZ here trying to actually maneuver across as XORN would possibly just casually walk upon. They are fighting for this buff, and eventually somebody's got to give in. Oh my! Seems like FEEKS will not be hitting anything with the Tempest as they drive right through. So Evos already not having that buff over in the corner. They will choose to back away. But still, look at how dead even this game is.
Yep.
Like, in terms of goal, really not too much difference,
Yep.
and it's 5 apiece.
Yeah, dude. 5 apiece, 2 towers objective as well. And the thing is just like, they weren't too greedy for the Lord. They know that a lot of ultimates was actually committed in that last fight towards near that tier 1 tower, but they do not want to take that risk because they know even though Kufra and the rest of the players on the side of Geek Fam may not have a lot of ultimate, may not have a lot of skills to commit in that team fight, but the damage coming out from the other skills and the positioning is just that scary. It's just that frightening that even ZEYS is just trying his best to zone as much as possible. By the way, beautiful Tempest is going to be placed out by one, trying to escape as much as possible. Flicker's going to be coming out REKT, try to buy as much time as possible, but FEEKS just so much damage though on the side here on REKT.
Yeah, I think he kind of fat-fingered that in the moment. Like, he thought, okay, shouldn't both up, like, I gotta do like a flicker stun or something like that. For a moment, but yeah, a little bit oopsie even from the pro players sometimes. But Boxia is already waiting on the line from the back, but here comes the link flank though. This is going to be a 2 versus 1 over the side of REKT as they are going to gang up upon him. Beautiful Tempest for that unstoppable going in favor of FEEKS.
Oh my god, that's just so much damage. And the best part about it is like ZEYS already decided like, hey man, you're going to die. Even if I come, I might die with you because we're both tankers. We may do damage, but it's not enough to actually secure it against 2 of those players. Boxia is going to be coming with the ultimate, going to be able to crash on REXXY. So much damage is going to be popping on as well. Carry trying to even the yards here, but Lao Yi is going to be shutting out their marksman core as well. WANN and REKT totally out of the picture here, and will only trade for 1.
And of course, that is very much a favorable trade for the side of Geek Fam. Now that with that sort of takedown, they do have a little bit more control over on the Lord Pit, which is only guarded by PENDRAGON right now. So the rest of Evos Legends, they gotta hurry up because this one's dropping really low, and the Lord is just enhanced at the right time. But ZEYS though, he's not having it, but the Lord will still fall in the favor of the side of Geek Fam. Next is being bought there by OZORAVEKI, but they are looking for ZEYS. They will take him down. Monster kill coming over for the side of FEEKS as he goes on a 6-kill streak.
Dude, absolutely insane as well coming from the side here of Geek Fam. And the thing is, it's like when I saw ZEYS walking into the law when the law was getting down low, I literally had a flashback back to Mpl Season 3 when the Grok stole the Lord from the enemy team. But sadly, But suddenly on the side here, on the side of Geek Fam, FEEKS is not going to have any of that. He's going to smite that Lord. He's going to be taking it for himself. Lord's going to be pushing out towards that ball lane. And that's going to open things hugely for the side, because for the entire time, Evos Legend had the map control. Even though it was sort of even out in terms of scores and objectives, now the fight is a little bit different. Now it's a little bit open. You see Geek Fam slowly getting control of all the jungles on the side here of Evos Legend, and now they're trying to commit as much towards this Lord here to try to defend as much as possible. You see ZORN going in with the ultimate, going to be diving in onto ZEYS. ZEYS is trying to charge out that way of nature, but not enough to do the damage. Has to fall back. As Morel now trying to do as much damage as possible, but LinkX on the other side will dive the tower, will get the kill, and will still be alive.
Smooth moves coming in from the side of FEEKS, as we have a little bit of a commotion over the side of mid lane as well. You know, speaking of that sort of Lord, the reason why Geek Fam has advantage is because from the side of Evos Legends, they don't have Retribution. They can't actually steal it away if they want to, unless if they have a big amount of damage being put upon the Lord itself. But ZEYS still trying to actually hold on towards this fortress here, as REXXY is just waiting by the lines. Of course, beautiful wall to actually separate some of these members of Geek Fam as they are looking for rotation over the mid lane. But look at the current standpoint, of course.
Yep.
The Lord has been cleared up already, and finally, after a streak of blue inside of the goal charts, we are looking at Geek Fam. After that launch, they definitely have pulled back some weight, and a really fresh breath of air coming in towards this matchup itself.
Yeah, and also the thing is this, right? So much fights is actually happening into this mix here, and the thing is this, right? With the cool front just constantly denying all these mobility skills coming from the side of Evos Legends, it's not so easy for them to get towards their back line, and their back line is just trying to doing so much damage. They think Veki is the one that's pulling out the damage, but FEEKS is so objective about all these kills. He's not prioritizing like, you know what, you guys start a fight, I'm just gonna dive in. No, he actually waits it out, wait to find the most opportune moments. But I mean,
oh, here we go. It's gonna be ZEYS right in the forefront for the side of Evos Legends as they are diving in with the Tempest hitting onto two. As he goes legendary, he takes out one, so there's no more damage coming from the side of Evos Legends, while ARTZ are chasing the rest of them. REXXY now going in with the Brilliance, but he won't be surviving for long. You can see that he's being taken out by the export as ARTZ is still diving in, but PENDRAGON, he's having so much skills, he's trying to actually fight back, but there's too much members on the side of Geek Fam for him to actually do anything at all.
Dude, that's absolutely insane. Literally right now, all his life is just PENDRAGON and Grub. But just too much damage as he's trying to fall back with the Wild Child, but it's not going to be enough. ZEYS trying to hold that alive, gets a little bit down low. He's still alive, my god, the Grog passive just keeping him alive. But PENDRAGON, on the other hand, will not be having the same result as he will be shredded down by 5 members of Geek Fam.
Oh,
Geek Fam looking to try to end this right now, here and now, before the members are going to be spawning in. Evos Legends going to be coming in exactly 1 second. ZEYS managed to buy enough time. Members of Evos Legends are finally out, and sadly Geek Fam will be forced to fall back.
Well, unfortunately for Geek Fam, they ran out of minions, and of course, the match is still stall a little bit more. But Geek Fam, the hope of Malaysia, keeping the dream alive. 13 kills as we are looking at FEEKS not being stopped at all. Not a single death in the entirety of the match. He's definitely hard carrying this one, but we saw great protection coming in from him as well. The follow-ups coming in from Veki as well as ARTZ. I just love how they actually maneuvered Evos Legends to uncharted territories. And now, even though ZEYS wants to actually take off some of all these Firaga armor shield, it wouldn't matter too much because over the mid side, this is where they need him the most. But where is he when you need him? It's going to be one trying to actually shred down ZORN, but you see him flying around. FEEKS still going for the double kill. And Geek Fam absolutely slices the world champions here. And it seems like they might just be going for this one because the death timers are pretty high on this.
Dude, an insane amount of communication coming from the side of Geek Fam. Literally, RUMPEL just get information that REKT wasn't going towards that melee and was still towards that top. But I mean, ARTZ gets is literally in the middle and the thick of things as well between 3 members of Evos Legends. REKT is going to be using the Way of Dragon, trying to hold him down for long. ARTZ will be falling down here, but suddenly he has the immortal, he has a second chance in life, but suddenly he's a little bit too low. Will flick it out, doing quite a amount of damage, and will actually get him alive.
They need no issues at all as he's tanky enough as we are looking at Geek Fam. Of course, now stalling time because they can actually set up a shop here, like slowly baiting the members of Evos to either make a move towards the Lord Pit and eventually catch them off on these sort of positions. But ZEYS has already got himself in towards a good plays here as he spots out RUMPEL. They're calling it a truce. They know that there's not going to be much of a damage being brought out. But ZEYS, of course, being the gatekeepers here, is going to be having REKT here to do a lot of this dirty work. But hey, REKT's dropping really low, but he's calling out for WANN, and he has to actually face off with Becky. Becky uses his ultimate to actually go all the way back to the base. And this is the power of Loyi. You can just move across the map so freely. And imagine this. They can even backdoor if they do have proper minions being set up.
That is definitely true as well. But now we can see Evos Legend being as aggressive as possible, because they know if they actually play a little bit too passive, then they will lose the control, they will lose the initial opportunity. But WANN gets a little bit down low, he's a little bit in the middle of the thick of things, he's trying to fall back as much as possible. FEEKS as well gets a little bit up and will be able to escape alive, although he will be jumping the tempest before he leaves. More damage is going to be happening on the side here. ZEYS trying to do as much damage as well. Here comes the wall charge, but sadly there will be no damage fallout to secure the deal here. REKXY out here will try to get the kill on their ZORN here and will get it. Now going to be down to a 4v5. Rest of the remaining team members of Geek Fam is here to re-insist. FEEKS managed to get back to base and now coming to reinforce. Tempest going to be dropped for the second time as well. But here comes the smash. Here comes the drop down. Lane will become legendary as he finally gets another kill on REKT. 2 members of Evos Legend. And don't forget, the Lord is up.
And of course, we did talk about the Lord a couple of times already, where it's a little bit of that sort of high risk, high reward factor that's coming into play, because it's already the late game, 18 minutes of play, or should I say 19 at the current standpoint. They don't really have ZORN, so it's a little bit dangerous, and over on the side of Evos Legends, they don't have REKT either. So all they can do is just keep their eyeballs really close, because Evos Legends, they don't have Retribution. Evos, if they do attempt this, it's a very, very high chance that Geek Fam can snatch it away, like how Geek Fam initiated the very first one, which resulted in favor of their side because they do have that Retribution in their hand.
Yeah, but now we can see on the side here, on the ZEYS here, now way tanky than before, because now he finally got his third item, which is going to be the Dominus Eyes here. That's going to making as tanky as possible. Oh my god. This is what we're talking about, like how scary Esmeralda is, by the way. But
not that scary anymore.
Yeah, not that scary, because FaZe just coming in with so much damage, and literally, especially with 4 members of Geek Fam trying to ensure there's one kill, because they know just how much of a nuisance PENDRAGON is going to be inside that team fight, and now going to be pushing one to the mix. But Loyi is going to be using her ultimate to teleport towards that mid lane, because they really want to try to get this low as quickly as possible, because PENDRAGON is out of the mix for 39 seconds.
I love this. OZORAVEKI opens up in the right time, because they know that the biggest fish to fry, the one that's pretty much take us with the shield, Esmeralda, is pretty much out for the count. And immediately they go right in for this contest inside of the Lord Pit. FEEKS is still trying to actually juggle it through while they are catching up over the side of ZEYS. But ZEYS does have immortality. He does not need to worry at all. So as we're seeing here, they are just doing a little bit of a dance somewhere in between the mid lane, as they are just respecting each other's territory. The man that we really have to keep our eyes closed on is definitely FEEKS, because, you know, ZEYS can easily walk out of there alive. And for him, he doesn't need any more items. He's already at full build. We're talking about 20 minutes, and eventually everyone's just going to be having all the tank items. They've already got all the core things that they need from the mid game itself. But yeah, here comes the flex again. Like REKT, we stopped seeing emotes coming in from ZORN. It seems like, yeah, he doesn't have a reply to that.
Yep. And dude, and also what's amazing part about it is that like now the Cho was actually supposed to be used. REKT was supposed to be, his job was actually try to lock down FEEKS, but it's impossible for him now, because now FEEKS is literally a hyper carry which cannot be stopped, and FEEKS hasn't died yet. 13-0 and 5 assists is absolutely insane. ARTZ trying to zone out that ZEYS, trying to do as much damage as possible. ZORN, he doesn't care, he knows he's down low, but he still want to go for this hunt. They need to try to secure one. FEEKS goes in with the Tempest Bowl, able to drop down, but Loyi will be taking the kill, earning herself that killing spree. Now 1 member out on the mix here of Evos Legends, bringing this fight, this potential team fight that might be happening for this Lord contest to a 4v5. Unless Evos Legends try to delay again from Geek Fam, delay as long as possible until one comes out again. But sadly before...
Seems like he's going to be facing a little bit of that trouble for a while.
More flexing.
Yeah, I mean, he's actually doing exactly what ZORN would do when he plays Cho. So he's buying time, he clears out the wave, he tries to actually push the top side all the way in, but of course, FEEKS has been gatekeeping him all the time. So ZORN is just going to be, you know, feeling a little bit more comfortable. So when we're looking towards the score lines, of course, it's almost double the kill for the side of Geek Fam for now. And at this point, really, gold does not matter anymore. Okay, let's talk about win conditions
Yep,
now since we got a little bit more time.
Yep.
So both sides are relatively tanky.
Correct.
And as for Evos Legends, there's only few sorts of damages that we are looking at here, other than if maybe REKT deals a little bit of damage over on his Cho. They have to rely on the Lunox. They really have to rely on Esmeralda as well.
Yep.
So with these sort of factors, they still have this issue the entire game. They could not stop FEEKS from doing what he wants.
I mean, you can't really blame it at all, because the minute you see Kufra jumping on top of the top
lockdown.
Yeah, the minute the Kufra jumps on top of your teammate with the bouncing, with the first kill, and also follow up with the Tyrant Revenge and the bouncing ball. And don't forget about ZORN just coming in with, because like I said, the beauty about the ZORN is not the fact of how he initiates, it's actually how he falls up after that initiation. Kufra, beautiful initiation coming from the side of Geek Fam. Then we have ZORN just coming in with the bucks here. Falls up, gets so much damage, so much attention. The Cho has just no choice. Literally, REKT has no choice. Like, guys, I got no choice. I need to save our cores. I need to save our carries. I need to make sure carry, like literally the hero carry, gets out of that situation. Why? No choice, has to use the Way of the Dragon. And when that happened, that's pretty much where we see FEEKS.
Yeah.
That's literally like the grand red carpet for FEEKS. FEEKS like,
oh, he's like, okay, I see the invitation. I'm just gonna be zooming right past everybody, and he just opens up the Tempest. So yeah, great fair point to be brought out, because it keeps them on their toes. Like, should you actually prioritize on, you know, as a Cho, do you really want to go in for the setup, or do you really want to play him a little bit more defensively? I think that REKT has been doing a phenomenal job in both, and he has definitely been able to soak quite a lot of damage as well. He's kind of feeling a little bit sad here. So if we're looking towards the other members of Geek Fam, of course, their sole win condition, if FEEKS could just wipe the floor. But you know, to take out some tanky units like Esmeralda, you saw how much effort it took, right? Like, you need 3 to 4 members to slowly cut down layers after layers of those shields, and eventually until he just wears out. Maybe there might just be a flicker in between as well, but all this sort of effort can be pretty much left in the dire. So now it was a push and pull in terms of kills. I think like it's more of like this sort of scenario where whoever gets the Lord at this point and survives. The key point is to survive it. So right after that, then maybe it could go swinging on either side. If Evos could actually get that on their hands as well, it shouldn't be a problem for them to really march right in. The only issue is that Blink is really too slippery. There's no hot crowd control, no proper stun to really lock him in place. If you're talking about maybe a pick like Aurora or something else, then okay, maybe yes. But what else can you rely on?
I mean, in this case, in this game, for sure, what's available for the side here of Evos Legends will be REKT as the Cho with the Way of the Dragon, or if ZEYS lands that wild shot, that literally that 1 or 2 seconds should buy them enough time to shred our dear friend FEEKS here, because remember, FEEKS has insane amount of damage, but he doesn't have much sustain. He doesn't really have much sustain amount items on it. It's just literally pure damage.
You just gotta burst him down real quick.
This guy is literally built to be an arrow. Not as a tank, but as an arrow. One shot, once the arrow gets loose, someone's going to die.
But then again, if you really want to talk about, you know, focusing fire on Sling, right? It seems like there's more DPS damage than, you know, burst damage coming here from the side of Evos Legends. And now we're back into the game. And yeah, speaking of that, PENDRAGON's pretty much down for the count, as we are looking at more members of Evos just trying to actually go in for the scuffle. REXXY will be the next one to fall for the mega kill, going in the favor of the side of OZORAVEKI. Now, the Malaysian side on 21 kills are pushing Evos Legends to their limits, as we already see FEEKS now at it once again on his second attempt on this, of course, Luminous Lord, and are just waiting to see will there be any response coming from Evos Legends.
Okay, they're gonna be really careful as well. Definitely this Lord is gonna be free for them to take as well, this Luminous Lord, and now once whichever lane they actually sent it, this is gonna be deciding how the game will end here. Mid is open though, on the other hand here, so if they choose to end the game here and now, they will just send the Lord towards the mid, and they just commit the rest of the team, push right into the mix here, because they know they can either choose, because they know that Evos Legends will have no choice to either target the Luminous Lord first, or get rid as many members as possible on the side here of Geek Fam.
Yes, indeed. Now, I I guess by now, ZEYS as well as RUMPEL will be best friends.
Yeah, they're just saying hi, bye. No, the best about it, they're not even like flexing emotes or anything. They're just like, hey, I'm here for you, you know?
Yeah. I mean, like, that friendship might just actually turn sour because from the top side, we are looking at a lot of all these members of Geek Fam already setting up. But for the mid, we are looking at the Lord already knocking on the doors of Evos Legends. They already lost that mid lane tower. PENDRAGON's just trying to actually hold on for a little bit more. And over the back, we're looking at PENDRAGON getting shredded out. Of course, he still has immortality to actually hold on for a little bit more as he flickers out of the way. But now we are having ARTZ here opening things up as FEEKS goes in for the Tempest over the side of WANN as they are diving in. REKT going for a chase as well. This might just be a golden opportunity. The first kill maybe. Oh no! He actually runs away. Link with 1 down of health. But look at the Lord. He's hitting at the base already. And this is a killing spree going in for the side of ARTZ once again as Evos managed to clear off the Lord. But this is pretty much looking very, very dicey. And they teleport away. Oh my goodness me. Becky.
Oh my god, absolutely insane. The thing is, you really gotta give credit to like towards PENDRAGON and ZEYS as well. ZEYS with a nice positioning of that wall, literally zone half of the members of Geek Fam here, allowing our dear friend REKT to actually go straight for that lane. He didn't even need to be the one that initiated the fight because carry was safely at the back line. PENDRAGON and ZEYS were at a position where they are intended to be in. By the way, still going to be looking for a little bit more fights. Fun will actually, we know just had to flicker out of that situation. PENDRAGON just still so tanky with all that shield, will be able to force members of Geek Fam to fall back. Now this is pretty much where the game gets a little bit dangerous, right? Because a lot of damage is going to be coming on the side here. But REKT on the other end actually bit a little bit more than he can shoot though. He has Immortal, so he's able to get out alive. But FEEKS will be there to secure his 14th kill on FEEKS. Now, with a small mini wave coming in towards that mid as well, they want to see if they try to split push these lanes and try to get another tower for themselves, because they know that mid was a little bit too difficult to actually contest for it. Yeah, and of course with the minion crashing right in, I think Geek Fam might try to force the issue. Speaking of which, FEEKS definitely going for a little bit teaser over the side of REXXY, but beautiful catch over the side of RUMPEL as they are looking for one once again. Tempest over on the side. It won't be able to actually knock one out of the game, and this might just be it. FEEKS now bringing it out of the lower side, and this is just a couple more hits before they secure the bottom tower as well, leaving only the top side available for Evos Legends. But the minions are still not favoring the side of Geek Fam, but RUMPEL's going to try whatsoever. Oh, beautiful wall though. He might just actually need to figure out as the prison has been popped. ZEYS has to retreat. PENDRAGON holding on for dear life for Evos Legends. They're not giving up just yet as Lori wants to go in for a teleport, and they will once again ignore Evos Legends by moving out so quickly. By the way, we're not sure we can say for the same for ARTZ though, but then again, on the side of Evos Legends, they're going to be too aggressive to commit towards that kill on ARTZ, so ARTZ will be able to get out of that situation. But still, well played coming out from Veki. That timing, the gamble he decided to take, like, alright guys, they don't really have strong anymore strong team spell or team fight potential. I can try to ARTZ out of this sticky situation. By the way, sadly, we can't say the same for Z, so he has got the amount of damage, but we'll have to commit that wall charge to actually get out of that situation. Beautiful wall. That's going to be zoning 3 of the cores now. ZORZ and RUMPEL on the other hand, try to do as much damage. PENDRAGON going to be coming in with quite the shield on herself. More fights going to be happening, but just look how tanky PENDRAGON is doing. Oh my, they are just going back and forth all over again. Even though Evos Legends could not really secure the kill, of course, the ultimate formula here is FEEKS goes in for the assassination. They just keep rinse and repeat, looks for one, get the kill, get out of there, and if all else fails, Veki will just open up the portal and just disperse them all across the map, and they could just do it over and over again until Evos Legends tires out. And now with this third Lord that we're looking at, or could it be the fourth? Well, I lost count, okay. Looking at this current standpoint, I don't think Evos should try to go in for this. But the thing is this, right? Right now, Geek Fam has nothing to lose. They, even though yes, it looks sort of bad because both sides of the team are insanely strong in terms of items and levels, but just see, look at all the kind of creep waves. By the way, you can see on the top side here, our dear friend Z in the middle of things as well. Here comes the wall charge as well, going to be doing quite a amount of damage. But sadly, RUMPEL will finally put an end to PENDRAGON. That's literally the final nail in the coffin, because now PENDRAGON is out of the mix. So is REKT. Nothing to lock down, no way to drag the lockdown that FEEKS. Still going to the battle here. Lunox gonna be able to get a nice kill for himself towards ZORN, but that's not the problem. Right now, FEEKS is still alive, still quite the amount of damage. A lot of damage gets us pressed as well. Gets a little bit more careful. He has to be careful.
Brilliance has been popped already, and now they're fighting for their life, but it will be the end of it all. Geek fam now equalizes, and we are going to our very first game 3.
Oh my god. Exceptional plays coming from both sides of the team, but most importantly,